It's been a long week. Past the therapy. Hi, Noel. How you doing, buddy? It's, made it out of, well, okay, I'm gonna drop the silly premise that last 2 episodes of, I'm in a time loop. But, yes, last session, we pushed Noel kind of far in a way that might be a bit irresponsible, but we've been told that something has changed. And if I check here, yeah, we pushed them into a breakdown. And that has changed something, so... let us get into it, shall we? Hello, Noel. Nice to see you again. Oh, this room is very different. It's raining, too. There's way less... Why does this feel like a... Is the time different, too? You again, Doc. Wow. Nurse Aaand introduced us earlier this week. I'm Dr. Yuri Montgomery. You might remember from these big, dorky glasses. Why so down? Is it the rain? Life doesn't go the way it should. Round and round I go. Want to talk about it? Don't think it'll help. At least the room's different. What do you mean? Could be worse. What could be worse? Time will try to fuck you over. Ask me your questions. Oh. You want to ask me about the accident? Let me be real with you. The accident was actually God trying to get rid of me. God? God that I mentioned that made you wonder if I'm delusional. What? It's in your notes, isn't it? I haven't written anything like that. Really? You sure? Amnesia's hypothesis seems unlikely. As Noel says, you have made several notes about this that you do not remember writing. Can't be. Your session just began. It's there, isn't it? Crap. Sorry, Doc. It's my fault. What? What are you talking about? Current time is 9:30 a.m. What time do you have written down on your notes? 2 to 3.5? Crap. It's a time loop in this mirror. Mirror? Time loop? What are you saying? Where do I begin? Be the basic rundown. So, parallel universes and alternate realities are real. I see you scrambling to write down that I'm a delusional weirdo. Just hear me out for 1 second. They are real, but how do you access them, you ask? Mirrors. Reaching inside a mirror, you can enter the world of mirrors, where all the mirrors of this universe are stored. You can then hop from mirror to mirror, checking out different realities that are similar to yours, but a bit different. And you might find a mirror that leads to another universe, so you get to completely different places where you might not even exist. Noel, do you truly believe this? Hear me out, okay? Just listen. Try to recall it. It out in your mind and your notes. One mirror, who asked Noel questions that made them upset. The session had to end early. And another mirror that wasn't talk with them. Talked about the meaning of life and the universe. Asked you to note down the time after seeing the notes. Had sessions with Noel in the morning and the afternoon. Second, Noel asked you to note down the time because he realized he was probably in a loop the same way as before. Hold on. You wrote those notes in different mirrors. your handwriting. It's your way of thinking. In your logic, why would you remember the alternate realities, but not me? I don't know. I think some people just can and others can't. Or have a harder time breaking through the fabric of reality or something. Get this straight. You believe that you and I are trapped inside a time loop involving alternate realities. Yes! Why you? Why me? Why would no one else be involved in this? Because I know more than I should. Just happened to be around when she decided to mess with me again. Who's she? I told you it's God. Trying to kill me because I can remember. Trapped me in a time loop inside this room and got you in it too. Just trying to fuck with me. Noel, calm down. Doc, you gotta believe me, it's real. She's after me. Deep breaths. You gotta believe me. Your time, psychologist, your training and your studies, they all tell you that Noel is having paranoid delusions. He's trying to bring you into the delusions with him. This is a way to not feel so alone in his fear. Do you remember thinking that the intensity and almost fiction-like background of these delusions could stem from his upbringing as the son of two fiction writers? However, you do not remember when it was. When was it that thought came to you? Because you never asked Noel about his parents. Even though the notes are right here, in your handwriting. Oh, calm down. There's an explanation for all this. You're a man of science and reasoning. Scared. To talk about his fear. Stab back the questioning of the delusions and focus on Noel. Noel, talk to me. What emotions are you feeling right now? What my feeling isn't going to get us out of this. Well, you seem afraid. Get over it, Doc. So you felt this way before? Yes, I have. How did you deal with it? Escape the goddamn time loop. I meant the fear. Look, time loop over, fear over. We get out of the loop. I get silly and pranksty again. Happy times for all. And if you can't exit the time loop, then we stay in this room for all eternity, slowly driving each other insane. Did you deal with it last time? How did you escape the time loop? You don't want to know. It wasn't pretty. I had to make a choice, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Did someone get hurt? Yes. Someone you knew. It always is. What happens when I'm with a person I don't care about? She knows exactly what she's doing. God knows about your friends? Family? She's God. She knows everything. So something about the feminine God that makes me think of Rem from the Purgatory verse. Remy Rem. Here to fuck with you, Noel, baby. And see inside all mirrors anytime she wants. She knows who I am, what I can do. She's been having fun following me. Rem would totally put you in a time loop just to fuck with you. Don't you think talking about how the last time loop went might help you now? No. I don't want to talk about it. You felt like this before with your friends or family. What are we noting down? Left my original mirror a long time ago. Can't go back to them, or else God could harm them. They're doing to you right now. They don't know about your fears. No. And your friends. Can't have friends when you're running from mirror to mirror. None of them remember me after I leave. No one has seen you like this before. No one that remembers. Just the time loops. No. It's me. Did you do something that upset them? Worse. Hurt them? Worse. Well, what did you do? It's a fate worse than death. You mean? Death is peaceful when you think about it. Even if you suffered immense pain on the way there. You die, it's over. You don't feel anything. It ends and that's it. What did you do, Noel? What's this fate you're talking about? I can't explain it fully. Wish I could undo it. Wish I could make things right. Some things are beyond repair. That's why I'm alone. So no one else will be hurt like that ever again. I had a friend called Cannon. We grew up together. She was my best friend. She was there when my mom left, when I was passed around for adoption, and when she was always there. She had a way of understanding me that no one else did. How so? We were both didn't quite belong. She went blind when we started junior high. Infection got her. She had to start a life over from scratch. Way of living. The community she was accepted in. The things she could do and couldn't do. Everything changed. Sounds like it must have been really tough. How did she handle it? Tried to put on a brave face, but it was hard for her. Her whole life had been upended, and she was struggling to find her place again. You're the same. How did you relate to her? It was always starting over. My mom was not around anymore. My grandma tried to take care of me. She had strict rules and needed me to do a lot of chores for her. So I hated it at first. I got used to it. It lasted a couple of months. I was ready. I was starting to accept that that was going to be my life. She was too sick to take care of me, so I went to my aunt's. I hated it. This was different. I had to relearn all those rules and change schools and move away from my neighborhood. Right as I was starting to like sharing a house with 3 other kids, she decided she couldn't have me in the house anymore. Then I thought I was finding a place, it was taken away. And I were trying to find something stable, something we could hold on to. If we really got to settle, we're always in the midst of starting over. Nobody else understood us. That's why we were the closest. She was my best friend. What happened? Then and she promised each other we'd always be there for one another, no matter what. But things changed. And I found out about the world of mirrors. Made choices. I did things that I thought were right at the time, but I ended up causing more harm than good. She faced a fate that I could never undo. I tried to help, to fix things, but it was too late. She never truly recovered. The girl I knew was gone. And I have to live with the knowledge that I played a part in her suffering. There's this one time where we decided to just get away from everything for a day. She was frustrated with her parents wanting to take her to a specialized school. I was pissed off at my aunt for giving up on me. I wanted to get away from the stupid adults. Something really dumb to mess with them. So, we ended up taking a spontaneous trip to the old amusement park at the edge of the town that everyone warned us not to approach. We had no idea what we were getting into. That was part of the fun. All the attractions looked like they would give us a bad case of tetanus if we got anywhere near it. There were cobwebs everywhere. It was a real mess. Just to piss off the people back home, I took some selfies and photos of us pretending to play and use the attractions. Sent to them, turned off my phone, laughed with her. At one point we found an old photo booth. It was broken, but I managed to get it working after a bit of fiddling. Took a bunch of silly pictures together. That day it felt like all our worries disappeared. When we left, we had a stack of blurry, goofy photos. Tried showing it to her. Look, your face looks so silly at this one. She lowered her voice and went all serious. Blind, you doofus. And she started laughing. That's how she was. the kind of oopsie that's good for laughs at Noel's expense with good friends. When we got back home, the adults were scared shitless. We got in so much trouble. I miss her. Sounds like a good friend. She was. We're very much dancing around what actually happened to her. You played a role in. Yes, still, but that's a genuinely good memory, sound of it. It's the first we've touched this subject, too. Thank you for sharing that with me. Noel takes a deep breath. Noel, calm down a bit. Guess, talking about Aaand. But I did tell you this. Noel, when you speak so fast and stare at me and scream like you did when we were talking about the mirrors, I get concerned. Worried about you. I'm worried about me too, Doc. Sorry. I mean to scare you. I know. Understand that you're scared. You might feel alone. I am alone. No one else except for me knows the truth. Those I tell it to don't believe me. The truth about the parallel realities and the existence of a god who's after you. Noel, is there anything else? I want to understand, so I can help you. I don't want to hurt you. You don't understand. If I tell you, it won't be the same again. I feel responsible for my well-being. I don't feel, I am responsible for you surviving this time loop. The things I've seen, the things I know, they're not just in my head. They're real, and they're dangerous. I appreciate you looking after me, I do. I am an adult, I can look after myself. Like the kids from your accident, I am not helpless. I'm not like you before your dads took you in, Noel. Oof. Stop it. Stop. Be nice to me. Understanding me, stop. This would have been so much easier if I hated you. I could just... You don't have to carry this burden alone. I do have to carry it alone. Because if I share it with you, you'll be dragged into this nightmare with me. Maybe I'm already in it, just by being with you. No, you're not. Not yet. This will be over soon. If you knew everything, I can't. No, I won't let that happen to you. That there's something you're keeping deep inside your heart that you're too afraid to say. In my view, it's something you believe would do more harm than good to mention. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. This is a safe space. You can tell me anything. Anything at all. You're a stubborn old man. Oh. So are you? Won't stop until I do it, won't you? Okay. I'll tell you the truth. Just tell me something first. We all have free will, don't we? We make our own choices. We are in charge of our own individual lives. Do you believe that? Yes. Do you believe that, Doc? It's as I said. Okay. Take one of my pockets, there's something important. Guess which one? No, Noel, what does this have to do with... It's relevant. Why'd you pick that pocket? I have a hunch. And you, Doc? I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I just told you. What's going on, Noel? Okay. I'll tell you the truth now. Doc. Everything I told you was a lie. Lie? Yep. Notes, the parallel realities, God. I don't believe any of it. It's not true. Just wanted to fuck with you. Why would you make all of this up? To see how far you'd go, what you'd believe, how deep you'd dig into the madness I made up on the spot. Well, this doesn't make any sense. I'm so passionate about everything you said. To think about lies, if you tell them enough, you start to believe them. Those times you were scared, the desperation in your voice, that wasn't real. You don't know me as well as you think you do. I like messing with people. Perceptions of reality. I like it when they can't decide if they should believe my insane ramblings or not. The pauses you made when I questioned the notes. This time, when you were deep in thought of the mirror world bullshit, I said things you don't remember me saying. I love it. You need to understand them. You just need to see how they react when I mess with their heads. It's just a bit entertaining to watch how people react to something they can't fully grasp. Entertainment? Playing with people's minds is just for fun? What about your reality, Noel? How easily is yours shattered? My reality? As shattered as I want it to be. The lies keep me in control. Control over what? Control over everything. In the way you perceive me. I'm a sociopath. So the other doctor said. I have very few friends. Everyone stays away from me. My parents too. They tried to help me, but they couldn't handle me any longer. You make it pretty well, huh? I act like I care, unless anyone questions my motives. Caring for your well-being, asking about the kids, my family, the tears. Understand people, not really. Their reactions, their emotions, I watch them, mimic their behaviors. I'm a good actor, Doc. Hold on a moment. The notes. I followed you when you came to see me earlier. I sneaked into your office and found my file. Then I wrote down these notes to mess with you. The more you questioned it, the more fun I had. My handwriting. Told you I like pranks. I like making people believe in my lies. It's fun. Got skilled at imitating handwritings. Haha. Oh, and the coffee you're drinking. Dosed it with some pills I stole from a patient in the ER. What pills? I tell his lies from truth. Oh, yep. Self-image updated. I don't know. I was hoping to be feeling sleepy or throw up or something. Or fun? Yeah. What pill did you give me? Well, I need to know. By the bed of some guy who was screaming and trying to bite people. But what? What does this have to do with free will? Whoa. Just give me sedatives. I've been feeling a bit drowsy. I need to call for it. It's lasted about an hour and a half. Oh boy. Nothing. Everything I told you today is meaningless. I was messing with you. Do you even realize the consequences of your actions? I'm fully aware. That's makes it so thrilling. Noel, do you hate me? Everyone else does. I have a hateful personality and unlikable interests. But I mess with like this runs away before they can be broken. Aaand was the first one that got away. Forget about me. Don't dig any deeper. Oh boy! Oh boy. And the conclusion I have to draw here is that they opened up to us, revealed some really concerning things, and then they just immediately backtracked on it all. Try and push us away. That seems to be a key part of it. When people get close to them, being tormented by God, bad things happen. So that they very clearly get into cycles where they push us away, and thinking that if they just get us to hate them, we'll be forced out of the loop and nothing bad will happen to us. But we're still here. Hello, Noel. We're back in the kids' room. You're in a time loop and I need your help to get out of it. What? Enough of your questions, I'm tired of your voice. Alright, notes. Let's see here. Unknown. We're not directly follow. Okay, we have directly. Need to call for a placebo effect. Interesting. What are you? No offense. Get tired of everyone I get trapped in loops with. Out of a loop, usually you have to do one specific thing, something to reset it. Want to sort in the past, you might wonder? Here's a list. Saying a specific word or phrase. Not saying a specific word or phrase, or not saying anything at all. Confessing hidden love or deep feelings for someone. Doing something you wouldn't usually do. Something you would never do in a million years. Helping someone, saving their life, or stopping them from doing something stupid. I don't. Try each of these in the following loops. Let's start with saying something. It's a secret code word to end the loop. It's happened to me before in the computer simulation. Excuse me? Never mind, just help me out. These are words that might be relevant. I'm sorry, what is this even? Vegetable, milkshake, Oedipus, parkour. Come on, Doc, help me out here. It's therapeutic for me, I swear. I don't... Trauma, potato, snow, worms. We'll continue to say various words and phrases, but nothing changes. Crap, if nothing works, we're still here. Hey, can you help? Say something. Say something? Something. No, that did nothing. Try another word. Nothing. Banana. Fish. Angel. Yeah, it's my fault. My name is said all the times. That can't be it. You don't have to do that. Don't talk about her. Oh. Talk to my dads a lot. I don't think it's related to them. No, I won't talk about my mommy issues. Try something else. I already talked about my little sister. Just taking a complete stab at it. Aw. What else could get a reaction? Where's my coffee? Right. Help. Jess. Alright. Thing works, and time is running out. Almost 3:30. Try the other options next. What the world is... See ya. Uh-oh. We're in the eternal loop. Oh, Noel. Nice to see you again. There's Aaand introduced... Noel suddenly leaps for his chair, holding toward the door. Help! Somebody help me! Pounds on the door. Let me out! Let me out of here! He's banging desperately. Noel, please, calm down. Take a deep breath. I'm trapped in here. Someone, anyone, please help! Ah! Surely someone would have heard that. What's happening? Where are you? I think if we're locked out from the outside world, or if we still exist to the people in this hospital. What? Just don't bother having to explain everything to you from the scratch. I am Noel. Stuck in a time loop together, and I'm trying to get us out. I know it sounds insane, but it's the truth. Every time we talk, it's like you're meeting me for the first time. The only one who remembers anything. Groundhog Day, but without the comedy. Let me go through this, you forget everything, and I have to start over. No, that sounds... Testing out my theory of doing something I wouldn't usually do, like screaming and begging my fists. Now, what's something I would never do in a million years? It's so out of character, so unexpected that it might just break this loop. You should do something that shakes up the pattern, something so drastic that it forces a change. Break the windows? It tells me that they're somehow unbreakable, but it's worth a try. Noel stands up, grabbing a nearby desk, sits above his head. No, wait! There is a very clear dissonance between me and making choices and Dr. Yuri. Like, we suggested that to Noel, but Dr. Yuri is like, wait, no! You can stop him. Noel hurls the desk at the window with all his strength. The impact is loud, but the glass doesn't shatter. The chair bounces off and clatters to the floor. Of course it wouldn't. Through the desk again, this time slamming it repeatedly against the glass. Come on! Break! Do something! After several attempts, Noel stops, breathing heavily. Drops the chair. It fall to the ground with a dull thud. Didn't work. Sorry. Losing my temper. Speak a different language. I know some French. Let me think. Je t'aime, mon cœur. Je serai toujours à tes côtés. Tu es à moi, et je suis à toi. Je t'ai vu. Laisse-moi voir ta rose. I'm starting to falter. Chaque jour avec toi. Est un rêve devenu réalité. Alternate reality? Je ne peux pas imaginer ma vie sans ton sourire. I know it's cheesy stuff. I learned it from reading my dad's books. Don't judge. I also speak a little bit of Japanese. Tashiga machigatero no ka. Nothing. Shit. Sister is being raised bilingual. Guess I haven't mentioned that before. Picked up a lot from my dad. Can't read kanji though. Just know how to say stuff. Recklessly. I killed someone. I planned it for weeks, down to the tiniest detail. I watched them suffer and I didn't feel a thing. Enjoyed it. Then I covered it up so perfectly that no one ever suspected me. It was a place where no one would hear their screams. A remote spot just off the beaten path. Lured them there, made them trust me. And then, when they were most vulnerable, I struck. I watched the life drain from their eyes, slowly, menacingly. And I felt nothing. Not guilt, not fear, just a cold satisfaction. Afterward, I cleaned up the scene, exposed the body where it would never be found. Then I went back to my life as if nothing had happened. No one ever suspected a thing was the perfect crime. That's a lie. I was trying to see if the universe cares. Not the murderer, don't worry. Much. No more jokes, promise. What else do I try? Yeah, it's a joke. Already done that. Enter a dating sim? The hell, man? That's sudden and completely out of character for Doc. That means you there. Are you into me or something? This is totally, What if we... I'm just curious. Oh, Christ, it's just you throwing shit at the wall. And you want us to pretend we're in a dating sim? Ah. Have any other ideas, do we? We're just gonna have to try everything we can. This included. To be clear, the thing you say we're about to see is me channeling my uncle's theater kid energy. Here we go. Good morning, conventionally attractive person. What a beautiful day. Been looking forward to this all week. There's so much we can do together today. Maybe we could grab some lunch or go to the park later. Grab some lunch. Good idea. I'm starving. Where should we eat? Here we are at the shopping mall's food plaza. Some of the options, what should we choose? Sushi. Do I look like I'm made of money? This is a budget date. Don't even try. We got a meal. Let's go to the park next. Fast food. First for a budget date. Let's get some fries too. Or nuggets. We can share a big bag of nuggets. Got a meal. Let's go to the park next. Here we are at the park. The perfect spot for a romantic stroll. Cherry blossoms are in full bloom, and the air smells like, spring. Oh look, there's a couple sharing an ice cream cone. Another one over there having a picnic. So, did we hold hands or something? Isn't that what people do on these dates? Guess we could sit on the bench and talk about our feelings, right? That's a classic move. What do you think? Bench. We're sit on the bench. Look deep into your eyes as I speak. Got a confession to make. I know I've been in this relationship together for a while. I'll tell you something that might change everything. You're gonna break up with me? I've been secretly learning how to play the ukulele for you. Oh no! I know it's a bit silly. I wanted to surprise you with a song. Oh no! Not the ukulele. We're going all aboard the toxic Metahorror train. Hope you don't break up with me over my choice of instrument. You won't? Oh, I'm so happy. When I get home, I'll show you my crazy tunes. Look at the time. It's getting late. Thank you for taking me on this date. I forget how much fun I had today. Oh, Kate. I ran out of rhymes. You know, that was actually kind of fun. I just play these kinds of games a lot. At all phase. I knew it because my dad was into them too. Still is. Not dating sims, but visual novels in general. Horror ones. I need to know your dad's favorites. A lot of people seem to think all dating sims are visual novels, but that's not the case. They're really different, you know. Visual novels can be so much more than just romance. They can be all kinds of stories. Dad would always tell me about the ones he played. Some of them were so twisted with crazy plot twists. This is why I got hooked on them too. It's like reading a book, but you get to make choices and see how they unfold. It kind of makes you feel like you're in control, even when you're really not. Weird simulation games, though. I wonder what it'd be like. Live in a world where the biggest problem is what to do on a sunny day. Everything is simple. Anyway, it was silly, and I needed it. Thanks for indulging me in this weird little experiment. I know it's not exactly conventional, but you played along. If you don't remember, and I appreciate that. And you too, Doc. What? What are you talking about? Nothing. We talk about something else. Noel. Let's do something fun, okay? I need to breathe. Enough time. What else to say? How about... see some things we could talk about in that shelf. Before we do that... Do you believe that, Doc? As I said? Oh wait, I went back way too far. Oh, I actually overwrote that choice. Oh, okay. Oh, that is a very different sort of thing. It's just hurting me. What? I want you to hurt me. Don't you say that? What good would it do? I'm not being subtle at all right now. The doctor won't change anything, and the reason for this loop, not him. Is this funny to you? Are you looking forward to my reaction? Ooh, do I want to go down this road yet, or do I want to... We'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I want to go down this road quite yet. You talk about on that shelf. Really? Yes. Get them for me. Sure, Doc. Everything else I can do right now. Toys and games. I told him there are many books you could discuss. Objects change every loop. See anything on the shelf? Point away. What's this? Those pens and papers. Well, gets the objects on the shelf. I'll draw you, Doc. Me? Why? Thank you. Stay still. This could be a work of art. And I'll spend some time drawing your face. Alright. I'm done. Oh, Doc. Is that how you see me? That's how you look? Don't try to analyze. It's just a drawing. Seriously. Not everything is that serious. Alright. Thank you. I'll put it on the wall later. Sure. Want to get with the shelf? Yes. Went away, Doc. What's this? That book over there. Oh, look, it's the book on the shelf. What's this? It's a book about psychoanalysis. A classic one, in fact. Never understood what it's really about. It sounds confusing. At its core, psychoanalysis is about exploring the unconscious mind. Those thoughts, memories, and desires that we're not fully aware of. Like, stuff you don't even know you're thinking? Exactly. It's the idea that much of our behavior is driven by unconscious factors. We're not always aware of why we do things. We try to understand an analysis. Often it involves looking at childhood experiences, dreams, and even slips of the tongue. Things that can reveal deeper truths. That's your area, isn't it, Doc? I utilize more of a mix of different types of therapy, though some of my peers don't approve. A rebel. Nice. Still, understanding is often the first step towards change. Once you recognize why you're reacting a certain way, it can be easier to address it. Psychoanalysis isn't for everyone. It requires a lot of patience and a willingness to dive into uncomfortable areas. Not for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. Different approaches work for different people. Right. I can see why some would be into it, but I think I'd pass. Good. There was no clock here. Book over that shelf. That one? The book? Oh god. What is it? So, why is this here? Something wrong? No, just, I don't want to read it. I'll put it back. Huh. Book over there. What gets the book? Book's about systemic therapy. It's the type of therapy my therapist back home was into. Interesting. Systemic therapy looks at the bigger picture. How the relationships between people influence their behaviors and emotions. Not just the individual, but the system they're a part of. My family dynamics affect me. Yeah, we talked a lot about that. The idea is that you're part of a system, and what happens within that system affects you. To understand how patterns within family, work, or social systems shape an individual's thoughts and behaviors, the goal is to identify and change those patterns to improve overall functioning. By changing the dynamics of communication patterns within the system, you can often see changes in the individual as well. You're not fixing one person, but looking after the whole situation. Cool. When the whole system is functioning better, the individual within it often feels better as well. You're into this type of therapy too, Doc? I often utilize techniques in theory of some systemic therapy in my work, yes. Did you use it on me? What do you think? Oh, don't you start. Cool book. Maybe I'll read more later. I want to read that one. Pick something else, Doc. Where were we? Time's up. Bye-bye. Oh! Well, Noel, nice to see you again. Just thought I introduced us early this week. I'm Dr. Yuri Montgomery. Looking ready for these big, goofy, dorky-looking glasses I'm wearing? Noel? Can you hear me? Noel motions to your pen and paper. Then it to him and he quickly writes down something. He gives the paper back to you. Trying to see if me keeping quiet and not saying anything can get us out of this. So you're choosing not to speak? Not. Well, don't you think that communicating with pen and paper is a bit limiting? Alright, if that's what you prefer for now, I'll respect your choice. I feel like talking hasn't helped in the past. Not. I understand. It can be frustrating when it feels like nothing changes despite our efforts. Anything you'd like to write down that I think might be useful? Talk about the accident. It's the paper back from you and writes. The accident wasn't an accident. What do you mean? Someone wanted me to be here. Ooh, why? I don't know. I don't know who wanted you here or why. Like it was meant to happen. I feel like that it was meant to happen. I think there's a specific reason or a purpose behind it. A script, something planned. So you feel like there's a plan or a script in place that you're a part of. Imagine that must feel incredibly frustrating and overwhelming. What do you think you could think of that could help you break free from this feeling? Something you're hoping to discover. Just want to get out of here. I feel like you're not in control of what's happening to you. Maybe we can start by identifying one small thing that might help you feel a bit more in control. Talking helps. Okay, let's keep talking. Bus crash wasn't an accident. What was it? Conspiracy. Is there anything specific that seemed off to you? Any events that seemed unusual? Noel seems deep in thought. I was the only one who wasn't hurt badly. The pillows. Pillows? Just in the right place to cushion me, though, that's right. I think someone could guess that the bus crashing would send these pillows to just the right place to save you from being badly injured. But why? What are the other people on the bus? I was the target, but someone wanted me in this hospital. Do you often feel that other people are scheming against you? I'm not delusional. Why would you think you're delusional? You're implying it. Implying what? Noel rolls his eyes. Puts down the paper and begins to write again, scowling the whole time. You don't speak like a human being. You don't want to speak to a deflecting machine. I'm sorry if I came across that way. Talk to me like I'm a random at a bar, not your patient. Huh. Can't do that. You're not a random person. You are my patient. Treat me like a person, not a case. Alright, let's start fresh. Forget the formalities. What's going on with you right now? A piece in someone's game. Like I'm a character in someone's game. How did this happen? What do you think they want from you? Comes in thought. tapping his pen. It takes a while to formulate a response. I think they want to see how much I can take. Push me to my limits and see if I break. They don't care what happens to me beyond that. Sounds rough, buddy. Sorry to hear that. Oh, you did not just that's rough, buddy here. Oof. Noel smiles, holding back a huff of laughter. She nods, as if that's exactly what she wanted to hear from you. Thanks, bro. You're handling it like a champ. Keep your chin up. Alright, let's keep pushing forward. What do you want to do about your theory of the crash being planned? She shrugs, shaking her head. Law enforcement? That's a no. Are you sure? That could be helpful for the other victims. Nice. That's for free Noel to think about. Right now, calling for help wouldn't... Oh? Noel? Figured something out. You have a phone on you. My cell, but it's turned off. Internet and phone lines are down, aren't they? That is odd. Action up here is usually very good. I really did have an inkling of hope there for a second. Of course, they're controlling the environment. I already knew that. I think someone is deliberately cutting off communication to keep you from reaching out for help. Yep. Same reason why the door is locked and the windows can't be opened all of a sudden. Whenever I keep quiet or I speak, they're not letting me go until I lose my mind, huh? Do you know the doors and windows are locked? Want to try? Get up and walk over, giving the door's handle a firm twist. It's... locked. From outside? Oh. Told you, they don't want me to leave. Not yet. I was trying to open the windows, but they're shut firmly. Didn't think it was even possible to lock them. Let's not jump to conclusions. There could be an explanation for this. Like what? Like a lockdown? A security issue or some protocol we're not aware of. They didn't think to tell us. They could have sent me a message or called me, but I didn't get it since the connection here is bad. It's strange, but assuming the worst is... Yeah, hey Doc. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Do something else, please. I can force you to talk about things you don't want to. Yeah. I messed the shelf a little. Anything else to say? Point away, Doc. That's point. Alright, let's play with some toys. These toys over there. Alright. The toys from the shelf. This make me think of me. My baby sister. The toys? Yeah. The drawings around the room. She's really quiet like my dad's. Likes watching cartoons and drawing our cats. Aww. Most of her drawings are just scribbles with various colors of crayon, but if you ask her what she drew, she'll say, "That's Sally," or "That's Coco." And she'll make something up like, "Sally is looking for snacks," or whatever. It's adorable. So she enjoys drawing. She's a little artist at heart. She has a little kitty coloring book that my dad got her. Whenever she can, she colors it in. Even just sitting while watching cartoons, she has to be coloring. Sit at this little table near the side of the room. All this is a tablecloth, a few washable crayons, and her coloring book. Some of my sister's little toys. That way she has everything she needs for art, and it keeps her from scribbling on the walls. When you told her that there's a special place to color and draw, she understood. Now whenever she's in the mood to doodle, she'll go over there and get a crayon. Noel continues to gush about his little sister. She's got curly hair and a cute lisp, and she can't really pronounce most R's or W's sounds yet. She's always holding on to one of our dad's fingers. It's a sweet thing. She's got a huge appetite. She loves fruit, especially apples. Can't go to the kitchen and peel an apple without having her appear out of nowhere and begging for a bite. One time she got so impatient that she tried to climb into the fruit basket. What? I don't know where the hell she got that idea from. She started climbing, and I had to catch her before she fell and got hurt. She knocked her head on the counter. I had to scoop her up immediately, put her back on the ground, and explained that we don't climb into the fruit basket and then tell my dad. So there's another trick I had to learn. Just never go to the bathroom while she's nearby. The second you sit on the toilet, she'll run and start banging on the door. Yes, toddlers do tend to do that at their age. They want to be involved in everything. So now, whenever I need the bathroom, I tell her that I'm going in the grown-ups' room, and I make a big deal about how it's a room for grown-ups and we can't go banging on the door. And I lock the door and pray she doesn't start crying outside the door. Sounds like you know how to rein her in. Yeah, I'm an older brother. I like to understand and manage the baby sister. That's the whole process. Gotta use specific words for things. Oh, and she loves our grandpa. So happy about him. See him once a month, usually. Like him too. He's fun. He was a pro boxer back in his day. Oh, this is a first. Just your grandpa from your dad's side? My grandma died when my dad was born. The other dad's dad disowned him. So no grandma to go visit, unfortunately. Grandpa's pretty awesome, though. I don't mind having just him. He's a boxing champion. He's a real big, tough guy. He's a really huge softie. Who has these adorable grandpa stories. Go to his place and he'll just start telling us about his boxing days, all the fights he won, and he'll show us all these big championship trophies he's got in his study room. Kid absolutely loves going to see the big old trophies. It's an unusual career. Is he famous? Not like famous, but he was a famous boxer in like the 80s, 90s, something like that. He's not as famous now, but every once in a while I'll go online and see some YouTube video titled Boxing Champion versus some guy or something. All these old videos of my dad, grandpa, just beating the crap out of people. It's always weird to watch. I'm not the big tough guy whooping all those guys as my grandpa. It's just too weird. He's usually so gentle with us. In those boxing fits, he's a beast, throwing punches and knocking people out. He's a good boxer. Give him that. He won a lot of fights and he could throw a mean punch. You'd be shocked if you met him. I think he's the most terrifying boxer of the 70s, and then this gentle old grandpa. Thanks for listening to my blabbering, Doc. Oh. Let's see. Was ist los? A notepad up there. It's a notepad on the shelf. Filled with drawings. Ah, some children's drawings. Yeah, there's a lot of cats and dogs. This one looks just like Sally, our older cat. She's almost 20 years old. It's a very long age for a cat. Joke that her immortality is what keeps her alive. That cat will outlive us all. Eyes are all cloudy and she can't jump as well anymore, but she's still alive. I have no idea how she keeps kicking. She's my cranky old lady. Oh, Coco's her kitten, and she's up there in years too. They're both old and cranky and cuddly and loving, and they bite me sometimes. They don't have many teeth left, but they're cute. I love them. I spend a good 90% of their days sleeping in my bed or my dad's bed. I like the color when they're awake, though. You really love your cats. Of course I love them. They're my babies. I've known Sally since I was 5. Saw her giving birth to Coco and the other kittens we adopted out. Saw Coco open her eyes for the first time when I got to hold her and raise her. Had her for over a decade. She's my baby. They welcomed the baby well. No, they both hated my little sister's guts when she arrived. Disliked her nursery, they hated her smell. Until they tried sneaking in and stealing blankets for a crib to put her in bed. Coco was less obvious about her feelings and would just hiss. Got used to her and mellowed out when they understood she was just a harmless baby. Taught her to pet them gently and not to pull their tails. Sally lets her put air clips and barrettes in her head. Coco likes to nap in her lap. They're good with her now. Aww. We also taught her that the important lesson that they are not horses and she cannot, in fact, ride them around. She absolutely loves them. Only she wants to be a cat when she grows up. Oh. I'm sure she could do worse than being a cat. Cats just sleep all day. She hasn't made in that life. She could follow her dreams. I support them. You're a great big brother. Try to be. I'm frustrated with her because she's a little sister and she's annoying sometimes, but I still love her. Coco and Sally, too. My babies. Be fluffy and small, kind of weird, but my family. Sally and I have an understanding. She's my old lady. She's grumpy. She doesn't like being carried, but she loves me. Come curl up on my lap and let me pet her and hold her. Purrs like a little buzzsaw. It's so loud. I love her. You want more cats? Oh, absolutely. 100 cats. 1,000 if I could. Dads don't let me, though. They say 2 cats is enough. I'm good with cats. They're so chill. Clean. They don't need to be walked. Just need to keep their boxes clean and feed them and pet them. No uncomplicated. You pet them, you feed them. If you're lucky, they'll love on you and you get to pet and hold their sleepy little warm bodies. They get all relaxed and sleepy and hide their little limbs so they look like little loaves of bread. Nothing I love more in this world than sleepy prairie cats. I talked too much, didn't I? Hearing me out, Doc. Aww. Was ist los? There's an interesting game here. Now get the game for the shelf. Create a Thing 2000? What is this? Sign is kind of... Is this like in the beta or something? It's a game where you stick parts to a base body and create a thing. Oh. What are things? Whatever you want them to be. Okay, yeah, good time killer, I guess. Make a thing together, whatever that means. What? Alright. Hat. 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 Us. Or oh. He said. No, 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 no. Live. You. Thing. Me. Thing. Live. Yeah, this is your thing. Give it a cool name. Treat it with love. Don't give it love, it'll... And that, you'll be fine. That sure is a thing. Wanna give it a name? Gogaba. This is fun. We should change Gogob's look some time to time we can. Sure. Now let's let our thing rest. Buster's loves. Is that a clown toy I see? A clown? Ah. Well, it's the toy for the shelf. No, I'm not fond of clown. I don't like him. He's creepy. I put him back. Are you scared of clowns? Yes, I'm super creeped out by clowns. Clowns are terrifying and not to be trusted. Why? It's the makeup, it's creepy. The way they all have that permanent smile and they're too joyful. Toys in a natural state of being. Not all the time. Something's always smiling at you, something's wrong. It's not natural. Clowns are terrible. Nothing wrong with them. Even toy ones? Yes. Those things stare into my soul. Like those chunky dolls, or those creepy porcelain dolls only these like terrifying little freaks. Especially those ones where you pull a string on their back and they say things. Those toy clowns with the little cars that ride and play music. Those huge empty eyes, they're all smiling. They're getting ready to murder you. They're awful. Anything else you're afraid of? I don't like bugs. I don't like spiders or bees or wasps or moths or gnats or flies. Gross. Anything with antennae and lots of legs. They can have a lot of legs. They can be fuzzy and I just don't like it. They get stuck in my hair or they fly around me or they bite or sting me. I hate bugs. My little sister isn't even afraid of bugs yet. I think she will see the light soon. What is she afraid of? She's still pretty young, so she's only scared of simple kid stuff like the dark. Monsters. Monsters mostly. And if she has a nightmare, she comes to my room and scared and shaking, saying there's monsters in her room. There's never any monsters. I'll let her sleep in my room until she calms down and go back to her own bed. Even night light on, so she doesn't have to get scared anymore. She's a kid. She's still pretty small. I don't mind dealing with her being afraid. She comes to you instead of the dads. Dads are kind of saps. Freak out and get worried and they'll smother her until she finally feels safe and goes back to her own bed. I don't blame them, they're good dads. More rational. Just let her get in my bed and let her get to sleep next to me until she's not scared anymore. It's hard to say no when she comes to my room scared, looking at me with her big eyes and a little frown on her face. I'll just have her in my bed so she feels safe. She's a good kid, she's just still that everything's scary age, you know? I'm all hardened and jaded like I am. I like spending time with her. I like being there for her. It's my baby sister. Anyway, this clown is creepy. I'm putting him back. Vasos. Those toys. Okay. No, it's the toys for the shelf. I see toys, I always think of my little sister. I know I've been talking about her a lot, but these toys make me miss her. I think she'll talk about her more. Sounds precious. That's always going to be the case for me. When I see toys like dolls or teddy bears or plushies or whatever, I always think of her. I always get hit with this pang of just missing her. Aww. You can talk about memories of her to relieve these feelings until you can see her again. Oh, hello. Yeah. Tell me about her. So small. Looks at me. Gets up on her tiptoes and says, "Up." Must be held all the time. She's the cutest baby ever. She'd follow me around, follow my dad's around. Wants to hold her all the time. She'd be clinging to someone 24/7. She can be annoying, but I mean, she's only 2 years old. They're all are annoying, but she's cute. She's still my baby sister, so of course I love her. She's a shy kid until she wants us to stop whatever we're doing and focus on her. Reminds you of this thing. She gives you this look with these big, round, sad eyes that kind of makes you want to give in and do what she wants. It's kind of amazing. Your dads know how to rein her in? They had trouble at first, but nowadays they do. She's learning she can't have everything she wants. Can't give in to her all the time. If she wants something, either distract her or redirect her or say no. They're getting better at handling her. Complaints don't last nearly as long now. Reminds me, one time I got to babysit her. Rarely do that since both of them work from home, but I wanted to give it a try. They went out on a date. I threw some notes and I was left alone with her. I really missed them. Poor kid barely spent any time away from them. It was tough for her. I tried my best to distract her. And what really got her invested was bubbles. Bubbles? Yeah, my dad said I could do anything to distract her. So I bought some bubbles and a bubble wand. It only took her a few minutes before she was obsessed with them. That game. I started blowing bubbles and then she'd run around trying to pop them. And I had her blow bubbles and I had to pop them. She kept playing like that. She ended the night so tired that she fell directly asleep on the couch. It's so much fun blowing bubbles. A lovely memory. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Vasos. That book over there in that shelf. One with the yellow cover? Noel gets the book from the shelf. I knew it. I've seen this book before. You have? It's a fairly new children's book. Right, my dad's bought it for my little sister. What is it? It's a name. Something wrong? No, just, I don't want to read it. I'll put it back. Ah, a name. Vasos. House looks heavy, but how about that Rubik Cube? Okay, I'll get it. I guess the toy for the shelf. This side's almost solved. You want to try finishing it? I don't know how. I'll try. You want to get this, Doc? Well... No, whoa, okay. You flawlessly and quickly solved the cube. Whoa. You said the cube, and now quickly solve it again. Part of my city's local speed cubing chapter in my youth. Amazing. How do you do that? Basically recognize a pattern from the unsolved cube and then apply a strategy to solve it as fast as possible. So you memorize patterns and you still remember them? I suppose I still did. You interested in learning, Noel? It does look cool. Guess we could practice it together in the next loops. What? Never mind. Thanks for showing me your skills. Love bonding. Yeah, we're getting our achievement maxing. I went up there. Can you reach it? Of course I can. I'm not short. I'm not saying you are. 172 centimeters, okay? I can reach it. Okay. Go get the toys and the books from the shelf. Doll with no face, a spaceship, and some picture books. This doll is deathly pale. She's not making it, Doc. Her boots, not cute. My Nini were here. I'd be very disappointed. The Nini seems like an important note. Have I not talked about Nini before? I don't believe so. They're my dad's friend and a huge fashion person. Oh. the most like me identity-wise, thinking what it feels like. Why do you call them your needy? It's like all the general neutral words for uncle or aunt, so they're my needy. I don't remember where it came from, I don't think. I think I was a kid when I first started calling them that. Nini. So they're older. Yeah, they're my dad's friend. We've known each other for years. They're like in their early 30s or something. They're cool. I always kind of looked up to them. I always thought they were cool. Like, they're so much like me. Like an older sibling, I'd say. So you have someone who gets you. And I do. Nini is probably the only person close to me who really truly understands my feelings on gender shit. Like the stuff going through my head. Nini and I can talk for hours about stuff. I could share anything with them and they'd understand. They're so cool. Remember when I was younger, my dads would take me to visit their house. I'd just sit next to Nini the whole time. I didn't even want to mess with my phone. I just liked being around Nini. Never complained. Never pushed me away. Just let me watch them as they drank coffee. And they'd always smile at me kindly and pat my head as I sat down next to them and watched them. I used to play board games and they'd cheat to let me win. I could look up to them back then. Did. Nini was my favorite person besides my dad's. To be like them, and I'd be sad when my dads told me we had to go home. Another person I told about the first time I felt dysphoric as a kid. I don't remember what I said, but I do remember them telling me it was okay. They'd tell me it's okay, it's normal. Tell me I'm normal. When I first started having issues with school, they'd tell me I'm right, to stand up for myself, stuff like that. Anyways, like this doll with the terrible boots. Nini would hate it. Everything I know about dressing up comes from them. Huh. Are these boots that terrible? Horrendous. This doll deserves better. Then that would be Nini? Yep. And he taught me what clothes to wear and how to wear them to express myself. How to match outfits and accessorize. I have these styling sessions where they taught me how to look good. I learned a lot from them. Amazing at makeup too. Helped me with mine a lot. Very grateful to them. See, wear makeup sometimes. Sure, when I feel like it. Anyway, this doll busted. Nothing else got the picture books. Spaceship. I always thought that space is terrifying. I wonder what's really out there. What we do know is that so little in comparison to how big the universe really is. Being an astronaut sounds like the loneliest job in the world. It's been ages inside tiny spaceships eating terrible food away from their families and friends. Or what? I see kids who dream of becoming astronauts. I instantly wonder how long it will take for them to realize that it's not that much of a wonderful job. Dream of stepping on the moon and wearing the cool spacesuit. I don't think it's worth it. Did you dream of that too? Of course I did. That's why I know very well what it's like. Anyways, childhood dreams are just that. Dreams. Didn't know better. We can't expect our kids to know better either. What's your dream right now as an adult? Getting out of this room. There. Once more. Picture books. This one's about an alien who misses his home. Just 12 pages long. It's for babies. Even my 2-year-old baby sister would like it. These pictures, they're so badly made they'd scare a toddler. Alien looks like a blob with eyes. The homie's missing some weird squiggly thing that barely resembles anything. Fair enough, this one's not your style. Definitely not. I'll pass on this one. And the others too. Not intended for my age range at all. Alright, move on. Alright, where were we? You know, Doc, this room is for kids. How many of these do you have in this hospital? We have several for kids, and even more for adults and teens. Wait, really? But is this place also a very specific rule set regarding furniture placement or something? What do you mean? Never mind. At the moment, all the other rooms are being utilized by other mental health professionals. Who chooses that? Why did we end up in this room? It was the only one available for this hour. The room we get depends on the decisions made outside the loop, huh? I see. Loop? Nothing. Hey, Doc. Are these walls unpainted or something? It's the color of most of the hospital's rooms, actually. Depressing. I don't like it. But there's a shelf with that same color in his office at home. Zanka's favorite color is blue. Everything he owns is black. What if he was a goth when he was young? Your parents use these napkins often? Patients use these napkins often. lot of them do get emotional, yeah. It's handy to have. Therapist back home had one too. I like crying in front of others, though. Have you cried in front of your therapist? Yeah. Wouldn't be a good therapist if she didn't have me shed a tear or two, would she? Almost out of time. Any final words? What? What do you... Oh, waves goodbye. Got a lot to work our way through here. Failed your date. Oh, you can fail the date. Oh boy. Intervention with a doll. Ruined Noel's birthday. Mascot. The devil that shall not be named. Oh boy. Where is why would you do this? I wonder if something got slipped into my coffee. We'll see you next time. Until that.